Another week, another bound to Earth. Or I guess another Earth to bound would make sense, but it's fine. It was just an asthma cough. Good. Ready to go. So, we enter. Fun story I have that will probably end up little VOD exclusive for anyone who finds the VODs, since it looks like no one's seen that it's live yet. Last semester, so that would have been fall 2020, I took a screenwriting class. And part of it, and so 2020 destroyed my creativity for the year. Like, normally, like in my classes, I've been known by group members and such to have some solid ideas, but I just wasn't holding it up for 2020. So I mainly wrote adaptations in my screenwriting class. And one of them was I tried to write what the beginning of maybe an Earthbound TV series would be like. I wrote the opening section up until Buzz Buzz. Not until Buzz Buzz appears, but until Buzz Buzz is squashed. And it made me realize some interesting things about the game that don't necessarily translate well to the screen. Like, there aren't really conversations, really. It's a lot of the game is people talking at you. And the difficulty when writing game adaptations especially is adapting the combat into on-screen and on-paper combat. This was a thing with all of the games that I played, but at least not that I played, that I adapted. Like, some of them had more dialogue that was actually dialogue instead of monologue. Another thing that was interesting was leveling up, because Ness just kind of starts getting psychic powers. So it was interesting to try to give him his first psychic powers when leveling up. Like, I even looked up what abilities Ness would reasonably get within that section. And I had to come up with the context where after a battle... Nice. That's what kind of started to realize these abilities. So it was an interesting little thought project. Is that it? Oh. Damage. One thing with Earthbound that was interesting to write is that Ness, as we'll especially see in these final hours of the game, isn't really actually a silent protagonist. He just is a quiet kid. He talks a little bit, which is shown. And, you know, that's just his personality. Why everyone else becomes quieter once they join, that's a question for another time. Yeah. Probably one of the easier silent protagonist, quote-unquote silent protagonists to write because there's reason for it, and it's probably easier to say that a kid is just quiet. Because there are many kids like that. Including how I was. In fact, this game, when I was because I had it portably since I played it on the 3DS, it was one that I would put on while in situations that would otherwise not be as comfortable. I think I especially remember these later parts from that. I think Omega's the only one that does diamondization, right? I'll double check. I like the pacing of the game as an RPG. Like, level ups happen fairly frequently, and all that jazz. Status is what I was like, wait, why did I need to check again? Okay, I can do it with Gamma. And yeah, actually, I can save a lot of PP by doing it with Gamma, so that's good to know. Oh, this was just the present. I have to kind of get my bearings straight again since it's been a pretty busy week. Finished up my last project for college in terms of videos. I still have work for my other class, but it's not too related to videos and stuff, so it doesn't really count. Even if I choose to make videos for some of the assignments, they're not really being considered as videos. I probably won't be flexing too much new knowledge in what I make for this other class. And it's on the main channel, if curiosity overcomes you. Though some of the enemies continue to be obnoxious like this, but it's not that bad. This game gives me a similar What's it called? I guess maybe sort of peace that like the Dragon Quest games give. Those games are pretty quirky in a lot of the ways. I mean, a lot of the enemies are named puns, so. It's a shame that I don't really have. That this is basically going to be it for streams. Because I would love to stream Dragon Quest at some point. Maybe like that would be a good way to play through 11S, since I only played through the original 11. Get to do some of the super bosses and all. I think in the original 11, I got to one of the big fights. Like I got the credits and all, but I got to one of the big post-game fights, and I'm dead. And I couldn't really do much about it. I didn't want to really come up with a strategy, even though I got through basically several other super bosses to get to it. Just a little loud. Okay, well that's not all as or not. That works too. Let's see. Down and around. Okay. Hopefully... Nope. There's a boy. Big tentacly boy. Like that. That's fine. I say that a lot. I say that's fine. A good amount. Maybe things should be better than fine. Maybe that's what I should aim for if I'm already at fine. To go even further beyond. I'm not gonna scream. Thunder Omega. That sounds fun. I mean, it is fun. I'll take a Starman. So yeah, so the levels didn't quite even out like I remembered. I was probably thinking of another RPG where it tends to happen. But the thing is, it's fine. It's pretty much fine for the party members to be out of sync. They keep up. Equipment certainly helps, and then many of them just come strong. Others struggle, but you get them there. No. Ah, we have to fight both. It's fine. I'm doing it again, see? I'm saying the same thing frequently. Damage. Oh, we got there before. Color doesn't really need too much because we haven't really been using PSI with it. Too desperately could use it. I mainly used fire as an excuse to use magnet. Guts went out. Ah, this one we got both. Oh, okay. Wow. Jeez, it heals that much. That's kind of rude. Anyways. It's at least not doing much to us. This design is pretty fun in terms of like the visual design of the creature, like the fun like tripod feet that don't look all too robotic. Take all the power right. Here's where things can potentially get exciting. Probably won't. But still, potential is always, the potential of excitement is exciting. It's okay. I understand life. I mean, not much has been happening since we're just going through the same old hallways for last week to get back to the boss boy.
Picture. The background looks like a wild Pac-Man mouse. Like some of them things look like weird versions of the dots. Gotta heal Jeff before Jeff does a Jeff. That would be no good. Well, okay then. Got a 67 off of that. Flash Omega. I'm checking all the wrong ones. Of destroying all enemies in a single strike. It's expensive, but that effect could save us from a bad situation. Middle is even kind of where the ghosts come from. I guess the layers aren't too connected, but sometimes the different moving colors makes it look like there's a hole that would be able to go through. This is just a normal fight. Quickly arms over there. Look at Jeff. That was pretty optimal of it. I don't like it when my enemies are pretty optimal. Ricky likes fighting easy monsters.
No, there's not a clip of that, just that.
Rain, danger, Charla, what we do? Dun hero can change.
Pause. I've been.
Rain,
YouTube has
danger.
like. Jeez. I was trying to do a bit, but YouTube like won't pause the videos right away for me today. It's been so weird. I don't like it. Here it is. Okay. So how are you? I forgot I have an exit. Oh wait, this is still an area. We're not scot-free yet, Scott. No one is named Scott here. Are you Scott? Let's top off our pee. I don't know what I was feeling weird about there. Wow, P is still 57. That's basically, yeah, that's 10 lower than S, but P is still holding up. What kind of monster aims their P up? That sounds awful. Jeez. Please don't Jeff on us. It stole water. You don't just steal a boy's water. Can I steal it back? I would like that back. Nope. Wow. I can't believe someone would steal our water. So, no, that's where I should have gone with my first instinct. We have everyone. Monsters do exist. I guess you are correct. Let's restock ourselves. I didn't even think about the fact that he gets PP back better when he drinks a ton of water. And his name is P. Dang it. I can't believe I've done this. I've ruined everything with these jokes. Guess Jeff likes spicy jerky. This guy, Steve. It's true. We figured out destiny. That's... This guy gave us some trouble. Maybe he deserves a rocket. Oof. Oh, we got rid of the shield. But P's gonna die because we got a lot of long animations. But he has healing. So he has priority for the life points. Could use the super bomb. Oh, there we go. Nice.
Ricky like fighting easy monsters. Ricky.
And that's all I was waiting to do. Jeez, that is loud. Thanks, Ricky. I love seeing his name spelled like that. It makes him it very much changes the vibes he normally has. Stonehenge ceased functioning. Oh man, let me drink some water because we got some reading to do. Yeah, in the universe of Ricky is part of like a different species, and his name is spelled R-I-K-I. Kidnapped Happy. Rescued. I give you a ribbon. Yeah. From another one of my favorite games. Oh, the Saturn ribbon's this. Okay. Hey. I was scared, but I knew I'd be saved if I courageously just sat here and waited long enough. That's what I thought, but I began to lose hope. I'm so glad you saved us after all. Since our imprisonment is now over, I want to start on the phase destroyer as soon as possible. I almost forgot to thank you. Thank you. Don't worry about us. We've got important things to do. I expected there to be about a 7% chance that you will rescue me. I just thought it was a good opportunity to meet Mr. Saturn. I also got to meet Dr. Edenots. See ya. What? Looking for the book Overcoming Shy Shyness? I returned it to the library. Please use the book to help the Shy Tenda tribe. Anyway, because I knew you, I had an incredible experience. Wow. I was kidnapped by some of Gygus' toadies. They form a blockade. I can't escape. I was kidnapped while making a cow on my farm. I didn't think they'd get the ransom by kidnapping little old me. Mr. T, please thank you. Jeff, buddy. Oh my, oh me. I read that backwards. You came to rescue me, pal. Oh, SNES, I'm Tony. I'm Jeff's best friend. I've known him for the longest time.
I'm Jeff's best friend now.
This is the happiest moment of my life. No matter what happens, I will live 10,000 years. Thanks for all you've done. Lead us out of here, little buddy. Wait. Wrong way. Okay, sure. Mighty Bear, huh? That's what I thought. Foolish bear. Is enough space? Okay, it's always a lot less space than I feel like I need. But first, we have a mission. And it involves going back to the first boss of the game, Frankie. Yeah. Oh, this doesn't count as sleeping. Never mind, it does not involve the first boss. Let's go back to somewhere fun then. Let's go back to Saturn Valley. Is this the hotel? Jeff fixed the broken harmonica. Became the baddest beam. I believe that's a weapon. It's 8 more attack. That's not what we were. Oh, we have to step out, okay. Okay, that's been a day. Let's go sleep again. So either this night or the next, we should get something else. Oh. This may not be working how I thought. KO. KO Kermit the Frog here. Working through the night, Jeff fixed the broken bazooka. That's what we're here for. The heavy bazooka. So the heavy bazooka is basically a bomb that Jeff can use over and over again. Heavy bazooka, items for Jeff. So basically, for now, if we're just spamming normal attacks, we may as well use that on Jeff instead. We could fix the trumpet, but no, let's just leave a death ray on the floor for one of these guys to find and try to use, and it'll be disastrous. Now back to Onett. I'm glad we didn't have to farm too. Now to the library. Hi, it's not necessary to return the map now. Come back in the year 2001 to return it.
So should I tell you? Should I tell her or?
For the big test, it's about games, hotel rule. If you wake up, you get live PP. I wonder what PP is. They're not here. They could have been in like the left or right, but I just. Yeah, I know the monster. I killed that monster like months ago. Okay, it's on a bookshelf, probably. check this from the side? Yeah, but it wasn't. It's gonna be in one of those first rooms. It's good. By that I mean the first one. Oh, of course. Got the Shyness book. Wow, what a powerful human. You must join our party. Let's go to Tenda Village. Page 3. Zoom. I made that joke forgetting that the teleportation spell in Dragon Quest is that. Made some good money. We're all shy. Oh, just rumor. Right. Book! You can fix shyness. Thanks. Relax. I'll read to everyone. Oh, just holding this book in my hands makes me feel like I'm overcoming my shyness already. I'll really take time to read it to everyone. The leader of the Tenda tribe read Overcoming Shyness to everyone. We did it, boys. We cured shyness. I'd like to give you some Tendakrat in return. It stinks, but it tastes wonderful. I was hanging onto the ceiling this entire time. Please don't look up the ceiling. Don't worry about it. And he gives us a Dragonite. Now we have 2 Dragonites. We're turning into Lance. Powerful eye, so show everyone. Recently, everyone is able to talk a lot, so I've lost my identity. I was the one who wasn't shy. Underground, very large area. Exist. Dinosaurs. Big. Scary. Lost underworld. Stone. There it is. Talked slots. Hi, how are you today? Oh, you're not feeling well? Be healthy. I'm a woman. I wanna take a screenshot. Did you think I was a man? Would you like some tea? Drink. Welcome to the T-Zone. Like a great tapestry, vertical and horizontal threads have met and become intertwined, creating a huge, beautiful image. You may have cursed this never-ending journey. You have known injury and defeat, but you have struggled on to reach this place. Your inborn intelligence and courage have helped bring you here. You have believed in your friends. You have supported each other. Have you ever stopped to consider how much your power has grown? Now you can fell enemies in Onet and Tucson with one blow, as you certainly know you cannot turn back. Gygas, the archfiend of the universe, is growing frightened of you and your power. He is searching for ways to end your journey. From here, the challenge grows, and your adventure will take you beyond anything you ever imagined. You are drawing near to Gygas. Remember, when you are suffering hardships, your enemy is also struggling. By the way, do you know where Pokey went? When this cup of tea is finished, your adventure will continue. Your destiny pulls you in the right direction. Believe in yourself. Press forward. These strange things can happen. Sness, Paula, Jeff, P, Captain Planet Unite. I wish you luck. Things like this and more will happen in the T-Zone. T-Twilight. Or something, I don't know. Oh yeah, that's the hotel. You want to hear my favorite name for a fictional tea? Here's my favorite fictional tea. Checking the spelling. Generosity. That's just a T in Xenoblade 2. And I didn't realize until a Let's Play that Chugga Conroy is doing right now that that's how it's pronounced. And it's so good. Good evening. I'm a talking rock. But the rocks around here don't talk too much. The rock that talks the most is deep down in the labyrinth a ways ahead, in the lost underworld. Don't forget to talk to the rock, it's important. Here come the boys. Here's the boys, Fabi. Foppies and Fabies come from a saying, Foppies are pink, Fabies are orange. Fun gaming facts. They don't do much, but they level up Paula. That's pretty good. I wish more enemies were so nice as to level us up. There's a super bomb. The underground talking rock seems to want to talk a lot more than I do. I forgot about this area. Actually, completely. Ooh, this background's pretty. Oh, they have HP suckers. They don't do much either in terms of when they do hit ya. Now we just get to look at this nice pretty background. So I remember the Lost Underworld, but this is not the part that I remember. Jeff could use a little more luck in life. Thanks for talking to me. Same. The conducting spirit. So, ooh, this might be a situation where we might have wanted to bring the badge. Franklin's badge. It's not what it's called, but it's what I'm calling it. Hello, dog! She's like, Father, you have been talking to yourself a lot today. I am very concerned. That smiley boy, though. That's a cause of concern. Why are they all stuck to this wall? Fight you. I don't know how much it would have mattered if I used the bazooka. Still good habit for now. You know, this guy's free. Oh, okay. The spirit didn't come, that's good. Nice. Simple times. Give Jeff a little bit more gold. So, there's more enemies up here than I was anticipating. The uncontrollable spear drops the broken antenna, which can be repaired into Jeff's ultimate weapon. Also, the heavy bazooka is better than Jeff's ultimate weapon according to my notes, so it's not a big deal anyway. The ultimate weapons aren't needed too much. Like in the last area, I don't know if I said it out loud last stream, but the Starman Super could drop the Sword of Kings, which is P's only weapon. The main reason to normal attack with Jeff at this point is when you need to be fast. But you can also do tricks with your inventory to get the bazooka to the first slot. I just don't, because that is really time consuming. And it explodes, because the game loves those enemies for some reason that just go kaboom. So, yeah, the ultimate weapon for Jeff would be nice to have for when I need to be fast, but it's not too necessary. Nice! Anyway, moving on. My notes do say to go after as many presents as I can, so I will do my best on that. Oh. Okay, well it didn't deflect, so I'll take it. Hey, Pokenoob. Let's just hit it. It's gonna explode anyway. Okay, and we'll do some healing. No promises on the not dying. I will die if I please. We already had Ness level 9. 69, I mean. So we haven't been until the other nice ones. Rock candy. Yes. Free. Ducking Spirit. It's just staring at menacingly. I was hoping that would count. Everyone's fine. 64, Nintendo 64, or whatever. Fire Omega. Deluxe Water. Let's give that to P. You'll need more of that in order to P. Jeff just continues to cry as he fires up bazooka at the strange, presumably skeleton man. Could have flesh and just it's the electricity showing the skeleton. I mean, I think it's a spirit, so come to me, children. Let's look at Omega.
I said that. So much for the HP sucking and the magnets. Oh wait, no, that's where I want. That's where I want to be. Go back. No, don't go back. Many files. Well, since they're right by the boss, now I want to be stealing as much as I can off of them. 2, 2, 8, 4, 5, 5, 32, 20, 7. Everyone has sucks to do except for Ness. Ness does not suck. Wait. I guess magnets aren't a sucking thing, they're like just like attracting or drawing or something. Ooh, that Bobby's dead several times over. Ah, they're out. We tapped them dry. We squeezed all the juices from his oranges. So are Foppies where pink lemonade comes from? Wow. They gather. Luckily, I felt it coming enough to look away from the mic. Ah, that was a nasty one. Thank you. Okay, 120 we got to the max. Cruel Papa, Bing Bing, Walla Walla Wing Bing. They call us the New Age Witch Doctor. This is the 7th. Take it from me, I guess. Behold, the Electro Spectre. Shoot, I should have brought the badge. It's fine. Let's unleash some dragonite. Eat a croissant.
Six. Oh, it has a shield killer. So now, so Ness became a dragon for a bit. That was fun. Let's do it again. You know, I should have thought that out a little bit. You know... Yeah, I should have thought of it. Oops. I may live yet. I guess that doesn't really count as anything, except for lightning. That sudden bolt of lightning is very, very frightening. So yeah, I should have brought the badge, but you win some, you lose some. Let me heal a bit. So this is kind of Jeff, but the boss. But a boss. Of a boy. Monkey's love. There we go. No monkey love required. Level 70. Life up Omega. Is that one just bigger numbers? Oh, it's not just bigger numbers. This is, I was wondering if, I swore I remembered there being an AoE healing. There is. Heals everyone. Perfect. This place is pretty funky. I'm SNES. It's been a long road getting here. Soon I'll be. Soon I'll be. Soon I'll be. What will happen to us? What's happening? My thoughts are being written out on the wall. Or are they? Sneh saw a vision of his father holding him. Which one? It was Lumine Hall. And then we died. Now we're going to Undertale, boys. We jumped in the hole. This is the Lost Underworld I remember. So, yeah. Like all areas, this area is also part of the one map, so it is possible using glitches and stuff. Or was it tricks? Either way, people can get here normal sized and then move faster. This is the Wetnosaur. It's like a dog. Wet nose. I don't know, let's kill it. Nintendo 64. That's another relevant enemy over there. Sness opened the present. Brain footage. In case of danger, evacuate here. The boss. Yeah, where's the boss around here? I need to talk to him. Strange, but you smell good, so I'll tell you a secret. Did you feel that earthquake a little while ago? You know we have earthquakes all the time here. After an earthquake, the hot springs will erupt. The blue springs are great for recovering health. The red springs are perfect for healing paralysis or drawing out poison. The bird right here says strange words like hello and click, beep, beep, beep. Ring, ring, ring. Sness, it's your dad. I'm a bird, Sness. Let's keep on going. Leave this. No problem. Now we got healed. I don't think we took any damage, but it's fine. But it's... Should we up here? Oh Lord, he come. This is Chomposaur. I almost said us, but no, just Chomposaur. The Chomposaur drops the Magic Fry Pan, which is probably one of the better ultimate weapons to get, because it also increases Paula's guts, which is good to keep her from dying. So it's actually a good defensive ultimate weapon. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. Aha, got him. Oh, it has a power shield. It's a good thing I just didn't spam attack then. Normal attack our way out of this. We've been here. I get a little lost here sometimes. Okay, we go around, up and around. Let's do it around here. I can't talk. The hitbox is a bit weird. C pendant. Fire, freeze, and flash. What does everyone have on their body? This might be alright for Jeff. If not, then no, not might be really any better.
better.
Just want to nuke this good boy. Or girl, who knows. Wow. A bunch of trees must have gotten struck or something. There's a lot of those, so I guess it could happen. Oh! Hello there! It pulsates aggressively. Hello to the ego orb. Vulnerable to freeze. You have to freeze the ego. You growled in London. It's a feisty ego. One shot. One punch. Haha, tree stopped you. You guys smell really good. Who am I? I'm a tender. That's a tender with you. Hey, what are you doing inside our dinosaur cage? I'm gonna open the door and get you out of there right now. I'm the boss, so I will let you out. Thank you for the tender crowd. Even though I listened to the talkative mystery rock story, I don't understand what he's talking about. Thank you for coming all the way to this primitive country. You must be tired. It'll run you $400. Money rules even at the end of the world. You cannot accept a guest who has no money. Well, you don't have an ATM, so I don't know what to do. We made a cage for dinosaurs and locked them up. That's what my brother tells me. But I don't believe it. He's just spewing out of his cake hole. You finally came, SNES. Finally, you talk to me. Listen, SNES. I'm going to tell you something very important. You may want to take notes. Ready? Are you ready? You're the chosen one. You were supposed to defeat the Sith, not join it! Your destiny is not only yours. It's the destiny of the whole universe. There will be a time in which all of you in the universe will overlap each other. It's not necessary to understand now. Do you remember Giant Step in Onett? That is one of your sanctuary. It is a spot which gives you power, and it allows you to realize all your skills. There was a monster that protected it. The monster was influenced by the power of the place. You must have beaten these monsters. You must reach all of the 8 power spots in the world. Record. You could finally see your world. Giant Step in Onett.
Lilliput Steps in peaceful rest valley near Tucson. Milky Well in Grapefruit Falls in Saturn Valley. Rainy Circle, found by Jeff in Winters. Magnet Hill, at the edge of the city of Foreside. Pink Cloud, which P knows. And 7 and Lumen Hole, where the shining lichen lives in the cave. 8. A new place is now going to be opened up to you. Fire Spring, located southwest of here. Listen to the melodies of all 8 power spots. If you do not fail, you may upset Gygas's plans. Understood? So that was designed to make sure that you go back and do any of the sanctuaries you skipped. And, like you said, we're almost there. They were very careful about making sure that all of them would sound very abrupt if suddenly stopped. Kind of good incentive to go and get all of the sanctuaries if it bothers your OCD that the song just cuts off where it does. Oh, this little fellow moves fast. A chubby, obnoxious kid from some foreign country said something heart-trembling, so I'm healing my wounds in the hot spring. It's great. And they even have you move a little slower, so it works. That's why some people use tricks to come here at full size so they can walk around faster. But you get caught on a lot of stuff doing that. Ah, this was a red one. That one was strawberry flavored, so it didn't really do health. So Southwest. Let's go. Southwest Airlines. Gonna take you for a ride. Take you for a ride. That may be it. Look a bit. Just want to get to that present. Cloak of Kings. Yes, you are no king. Hand it over. 20 defense for P. Oh, this is going far. I think I should go do that cave now while I'm this close. Hi, Ego Orb. Please don't look at me. Oh, jeez. Imagine how big that thing must be. Here, let me show you some. Here, let me show you the official art for Ego Orb. Gonna add a browser source. Ego. Now it's gonna give you OBS for a bit. Well, now. Ego Orb. There he is. Moving on. Let's go into this cave.
Ah, yes, it's this cave, which is very confusing in the timeline. You'll understand later. You'll understand when you're older. Oh, looks like we don't have a choice. Look at all these funny waves. Using a lot of PP with no way to really get it back for cheap. Come on, let's get some lucky. No? Come on. Jeez. Here we have another little pen. I believe we already saw earlier from across the mountain. Well, let's pay attention. So 34 PP on Paula. I don't know if it's step space, so I'll put the controller down for a second. There we go. Also, because we got this far, I'm gonna have to add a song to our break music. Because it's a really good one. Hey, here the dinosaurs don't come and attack me, except now I can't get out. So we're gonna get a good amount of break music before it shifts to Mario Party. Here we have some psychics. Some psychic psychos. Oh, it did heal our PP. Go with the major first. I feel like they'll have some sort of shield. I'm not sure which one though. Not psychic. They just don't have any shields.
need to... Let's get a treasure. Speed.
We can always use getting heals a bit faster, a bit sooner in the turn. There he is. We're back here. We're just over here. I have a feeling these guys might be weak to freeze. Let's find out. Joke's on you, we were already gonna heal her. Susceptible to brain shock. Okay, that means that we can just disable the PSI. I did not mean to guard. Let's go ahead and heal that. Squad up. The soul-consuming flame. Not that hard for something that plays the boss music. Cherub's Band. Increases your defense. Maybe this one we can give to Jeff. It was an arm thing. 30 more defense. Sounds cool. We have another consuming flame. We're gonna consume it for dinner. It's not very threatening. Let's see, this may be 2 more psychics. A psychic and its code. Maybe this one, the majors aren't susceptible to brain shock. They are not correct. These guys are like Smash Bros. NES mates spamming PK Fire. Level 65 Jeff. On them, Jeff. Horn of Life. Revives a friend. And a lot of other stuff. That may be important coming. Ah, yes, the evil elemental. Vulnerable to fire. A little interesting. Not what you'd expect. Or 20. $62. No, I'm getting a little lost. A little more lost than I should. Let's go this way. Guess we'll see just how weak to the fire is, shall we? That's decently weak. Nine. Oh, now we're possessed. Okay. I guess we just have to deal with the little ghost for a bit. That's a lot. That's a lot of fire. Well, through the fire and the flames, we carry on. Well, now we got two ghosts. Well, may as well just prepare the revival. Hello, it's your dad. I was the fire all along. Aki just look. My dog just looks at me like, "What are you talking about?" Oh, well, this is unfortunate. Oh yeah, being hit with fire cures possession. It's a fun little detail, because of reasons, I guess. She will never understand what I am speaking of. I forget healing Gamma is just a chance. Nice. that works too. 49. 749. That is the tool. For a second, I thought I was going to backstab. You need some more PSI. It does not have a PP. It's dead. Pass through here. Thing I've seen for a fact of the Soul Flame as PP, but I guess I'll check later. This is the AoE one. $66. We have two choices here. I'll take it. I guess I can check now. No PP on the fire. It's not psychic, it is just fire. Oh, we're here. Get rid of this thing real quick. So, I say I do the walk a few minutes early, and then we fight this thing. I think that'll work. So first, let me just change the music. Or add the song, so we're going to get 3 songs before it starts to rely on mini games. That's pretty fun. It's not going to pause right away, so you're going to get to hear the start, but that's fine. It's not fine. This is what I tell myself. It will actually be very inconvenient. You know? Just add the song. Don't worry about it. I think it worked out actually. Never mind. Shoot, that's the wrong. That's the wrong song. I've been betrayed. Stop playing the song. What happened? Oh, I accidentally clicked next to the playlist. Please, cease. Please. I did it. I stopped it before it got to its joke. Because that's not the song that I want to play. See, this whole thing is just giving me trouble. Okay, maybe it'll work now. I just put this up so that way I could let the Home Alone 2 GIF play that I don't know what the actual movie it's from is. Is it an actual movie? Maybe. I don't know. Is the movie in Home Alone 2 an actual movie? That'll be something to check. Okay. Now let's switch to the actual dog one. I accidentally switched to Discord. Dog mode. Woohoo. And I will see you in about 20 minutes. I added to the list. Is everything working? Okay, everything should be working. Alright, bye. I'll be back.
Nathaniel Welcher, 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 Nathaniel Nathaniel Welcher, Nathaniel Welcher.
King has returned. Let's drink some water. I tell you, this time there was a lot of people on wheels. And many of you who have bigger dogs will know dogs don't like wheels, bikes, roller skates, all that. They try to tackle them. So that was a difficulty. I think my dog knows what I'm talking about here. That's fine. So that made the walk a little hard, but otherwise, a lot of people, more than usual for this time. Hey, that's how it goes, right? Without further ado, behold. Carbon Dog, the goodest boy who's on fire. She does not appreciate it. My notes just say use the neutralizer. I'm not sure if he has like both shields, but just to be safe. No particular weakness. we have water? Yeah. Maybe I should drink in the water before the battle like I did in the real life. It's too late now. Let's go ahead and try a snake. What items does Paula have? Rock candy. We got the poison. Carbon Dog gave off a rainbow of colors. Behold! Diamond Dog. We put the dog under so much pressure. I was not prepared. So that's why I was holding back, was for the Diamond Dog. Oh. I forgot who I saved with Ness. Okay, Jeff, and then Paula gets the guarantee. I believe I can still do this. One final thunder. Such a good dog. You have to end it with a freeze beta. It seems. We can't afford one more freeze. I don't think that was as effective as hitting. Uh-oh. Stick time. forgot. Shoot. It's okay. Oh well, this works. See if we can PP stall this fight. Diamond Dog became tame. Level 73. Here we are. A volcano. Only the last note we needed. SNES had the feeling that he was being watched by himself as a baby. What? No picture. Throws phone on the ground, smash a skateboard. Song is complete. We are now earthbound. And we awaken to a dream. SNES. I think SNES is the right name for him. SNES. He smiled just from hearing his own name. Do you think he likes his name? Try putting that red cap on. It's too big, but it looks good on him. I hope Queen won't be jealous of the baby. Let's celebrate with some water. This baby will grow up to be a hard worker just like me. I don't think he needs to be rich, but I want him to be a thoughtful, strong boy. That's odd. The baby bottle that he pointed at seemed to move up a little bit. I'm coming too! Completely normal. SNES. You stood on the 8 power spots of the earth. From these, you created Magicant, the realm of your mind. In Magicant, there's beauty, kindness, sorrow, and hatred. Of course, there's an evil and violent side of you. The Sea of Eden sits at the center of those feelings. It takes you to the truth about yourself. Brother Stess, the Sea of Eden is at the end of Magicant. Other people can't get close to it. It's a strange place. Is there anything I can do for you? It works, because of reasons. That'll do for now. Oh, Sness, are you tired from traveling on your adventure? If you wish, you could stay here forever. I'll make some water for you. She'll chemically bond hydrogen and oxygen. I think I made that joke earlier, like stream one. I lived in your house before you. Sness used to be small and weak. Right? Chee-chee-chee-chee-chee! Onett was a quiet, small town, wasn't it? This is the realm of Magicant, which your mind created. Why don't you explore your mind? Take your time, Sness. Sness, maybe you don't want to hear this, but you remind me of myself when I was young. I can't do anything more for you. Good luck, Sness. Yeah. What people think is that the changing color palette reflects how he feels about the conversation that just happened. So it has to do with the... Do not trust. Hi, this shop specializes in puddings and pendants. Pudding and a pendant. Look at the sun. Face the sun and smile. Look at the sun. Face the sun and smile.
That's a wonderful idea.
I'm pretty much, yes. Hence why I played the clip of Flowey. P. I'm just a faint memory. You don't usually remember me. But you've heard my song in the back of your mind. Welcome to the ATM. Yeah, so this is where we learn more about Sness. Sness, did you learn how to tell what time I'm indicating? You kicked my butt, Dad. I won't forget. So yeah, this is kind of an example. Like, I do think that there's stock in the theory for sure. You destroyed my pride. Oh. It's It's me. I'm you when you were younger. Hey, let's play ball. Do you prefer reading comics or playing games? What? You're busy. Don't talk to this. There's another one. I know the name of the girl you used to like. Thank you for remembering me. Please rest. The dream you'll have here is a dream within a dream. Your heart knows things you aren't aware of. You want to sleep? Dogtown. Hey, it's Magic Ant. I'd like you to take your time, because this country will disappear when you wake up. Peace! We haven't played together lately. Yeah. Fresh. SNES. Pokey took my snack. PSI Caramel. La 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 la. My name's Nico. Let's run and sing and dance. I believe there's a story behind Nico. Did I take notes on it? I remember there being a story. Okay, so one of the localizers had a daughter while making the game named Nico. So in English, she has a name. A fun little thing that can happen when translating. Yeah, long time no see, SNES. Wow, SNES, let's play. I think that was a fun little place to put her. SNES, you're so lucky. I envy you. I have no luck. But SNES, well, okay. Let's be friends forever, alright? So, he actually did want things to be better with Pokey, but Pokey had his own things to get to. Look at this disco. We had fun one snowy day. I melted, but I am still real in your memory. This is Buzz's tombstone. He appeared earlier in the game and gave up the ghost before he achieved his goal. Flying Man. I am your courage. I follow you here at Magic Ant. My name? Let's say Flying Man. The Flying Man joins you. Do you want to talk to me? I'm sorry. There's really not much to say. They all say that. SNES. I still feel pain where you wounded me. The Sea of Eden is filled with ultimate intelligence. You can't go there unless you're truly ready. It's a place where you can touch the truth of the universe. Going there may break swear. For a second, there was a stutter, and I thought that there was going to be a photograph. Hey me, I found my cap that you lost. SNES got the baseball cap. I believe this is... Man, Banjo-Kazooie looks... Yeah, this is the baseball cap from the beginning of the game, so it's not great. There's a Dragonite, his favorite Pokey. Come on, Kazooie. You gotta go save the world. In the Japanese version, Ness is naked here. So they just swapped in the pajama sprite from the start of the game. Some question marks. Look at this guy. It's the emote. The electro swoosh. It's a little weird. I don't think he had pieces that you could see, but still. Hold up. Okay, it doesn't look like his sprites has a thing, so good. The loaded dice. Look at this funky little dude, I love him. Ness has a pretty cool mind if he makes little dice guys with hats and cables. Yeah, he does. Ooh, this background's funky. Magic Hand Bat. I believe this is Ness's ultimate weapon. It's the only one you get for free. Magic card. That was kind of a waste, probably, but hey. It's fine. Let's see what's with these. We have the Carefree Bomb. Flying Man got hurt and collapsed. We're on our own now. Mr. Molecule. Looks like Ness has a thing for science. Little science projects. Maybe he tells science puns. $74. Da 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 da. Crash. So yeah, so the Kraken is something that really stood out to me since these things he faced on this journey. So much so that it materialized in this world. And now he is strong enough to beat it on his own. Whereas before it took all the power all four of them. So I guess the Kraken also is smaller than it was before. PSI puns Omega at level 75. Let's take a look. 98 PP. Didn't do that much. All things considered. But if it was a large group of enemy, then that is a lot. For such a spread attack. Here we have one of the big sources of evil from throughout our journey. I'm the evil part. This is your brain on evil. Can't be me, because you are the one who forced me into being. This is where it plays a song from Persona. Is it gonna do anything, or... a lot of crits. Shield Beta. I believe it is actually weak to puns. Or not. Or it is. Or it's dead. Cool. Wow, Ness must not be that evil if that's how strong it was. 76. So, I was actually kind of betting on dying there. To show something. Or just anywhere after the Flying Man died. Now there's another grave. By Buzz's grave. That says, "Here lies Ness's courage." And then you can take another one of the Flying Men with you. And you can keep on letting the Flying Men die until Ness has no more courage left, and there will be a gravestone for each of them by that house. Gaius's goal is to destroy you. Listen carefully. Everything in the universe could be destroyed at the hands of Gaius. But he and his followers are also in trouble. The Apple of Enlightenment has foretold that Gaius's attempt will fail. It is because of the existence of a boy named Ness. That's me! Listen, free your mind and know what you must do. Destiny has already been decided. You, I,
Where should we go? You know deep within the reaches of your mind. Saturn. Saturn Valley, yes. Go to the valley where the Mr. Saturn live. You'll get something new there. Soon. Magic Ant will be no more. You must be quick. SNES really heard his own voice. Go to Saturn Valley. Go to Saturn Valley now! SNES was filled with the power of Giant Step. SNES's speed increased by 5. SNES's vitality increased by 5. He was filled with the power of Lilliput Steps. Guts increased by 5. Luck increased by 5. Milky Well. Speed. IQ. The power of Magnet Hill. Vitality and Luck. Rainy Circle. Guts and IQ. Pink Cloud. 5 and 3. Speed and Guts. Also, man, the scrolling for the health and PP is ridiculous right now. Lumine Hole. Luck and IQ. And Fire Spring. Instantly, SNES's mind cleared, and he realized that he had possessed great power. At that moment, SNES's psychic powers had radically expanded. SNES gained 200,000 EXP. I want to take a screenshot. Now level 77. From 75, I believe. And now he has teleport beta. SNES made all of the hidden powers his own. Like Hidden Power Electric and Hidden Power Ground and Hidden Power Ghost, and he's an unknown now. He absorbed the power of Magic Ant, no more, into his heart. Shoot, I read that so wrong. Now you can wake up. Your friends are waiting for you. It is time to get up. Wake up. Get up, get out there. Oh, he's coming too. Speed! The Soundstone is now gone. You only get to listen to the full song. I guess you can listen to it again in Magic Ant. What happened, SNES? You've been unconscious for a long time. We've been sitting here for like months. You kept saying something. Saturn Valley? What's waiting for us there? Anyway, we need to teleport. Some water. Trumpet became the defense shower. Defense shower increases the defense of all the friends. You can layer the effect by taking multiple showers. We even made money by beating up our figments of our imagination. Zoom! Aha, these Mr. Saturns are incredible folk. And the Apple Kid, he's a most exceptional young man. Unlike my son, oh, he's right there. Very different from other kids. Well, anyway, prototype phase destroyer has been stolen. Someone is resembling a pig wearing clothes. Took Mr. Saturn captive and stole the device. Excellent, excellent. Everything proceeded as planned except for that one guy getting kidnapped. Purpose is to enable instantaneous travel through space and time. This prototype, you can only travel to different points within the same time period. It is, however, able to search out the locations of enemies. Right now, it is indicating the presence of enemies in the Lost Underworld. It doesn't work. One thing is missing. But that one material cannot normally be found on the Earth. Material I'm thinking of came from a meteorite that fell when I was much younger. Have you seen a meteorite anywhere recently? Eureka! That's it. Even with just a piece, I could synthesize the material Zexonite. I doubt that your mortal enemy Gygus or whatever will allow you to get to Onet with use of the meteorite. By now, Onet is in his evil hands. You must go though. So take every possible precaution. I'm not sure what'll happen, but I have a help. It's important. I'm failing to read, boy. No, not this shot. This one. There's just a duck there. Isn't too crazy. Maybe it's the last one. Ah. Here we are. Let's get 3,000 to give Paula that pendant. Close enough. Find a space to teleport. Just go back down. This one should be plenty. Let's use his teleport beta now. Let's see what's happening in our home. It is nighttime. Ghost of Starman, an evil eye. Oh. Oh, we didn't save Jeff there. Enemies are a bit tough. It's very... This is just the first fight. Let's have some big numbers now.
No countdown finishing today. Oh, okay, sure. And a third one. Cool. Please move faster. Oh jeez, this animation takes forever. Oh jeez. This area is going to be kind of difficult. Stole a picnic lunch. Yeah, things are a bit rough now. Can you become the ghost? No. I just realized that you're not who I thought you were. Because someone else here uses the dark blue and it's really hard to see dark blue on the dark blue. But hello. Sir Shadow 110. I'm guessing Starman, by nature being a Starman, has a shield. someone's gonna die because this chose the long. Yeah. Well. Hi, dog. You like to say hi a lot. Oh. That's cool. The sad music is going as my HP is just going all the way. It's gonna... Yeah, I need to save again at the bottom of Saturn Valley. Perfect. Still need to rest because TP. Alright, I may as well while I'm up here. It doesn't matter the timing too much. Well, time to try again. Sneak around. So the aliens don't find us, the aliens find us. Okay. I guess this will be a good test. But I really also should. Then the neutralizer will just get points. Should have them attack just to test if I even need to neutralize, because it's been a while. I don't need to... Okay, at least... Okay, I at least don't need to for physical attacks. Let's just try to do that again. Okay. We're doing better. Just give it a bit. Okay. Wow, that accuracy. At least Jeff has a bazooka. Nintendo 64. And he has the fun HP. Save. Oh, SNES, you finally showed up. There are plenty of creepy monsters running around on Ed now. The townspeople are barricaded in their homes, afraid to go out. I'm fine, but I am a bit scared. Everything will be okay if we just sit here quietly in the dark. Are you hungry? Do you want some water? Are you more relaxed? Okay. At this point, you guys just might be the strongest force in the world. Don't you think? Sister's keeping the lights on all the way. I can only help by keeping your items here. Oh, it's my line now. Oops. Let's see. Kept on assuming it would continue where I was. Let's see. No, we should be good. Autobots, roll out. Let's see. And if they nuke me, it's fine. We're right outside of my house. Okay, cool. No shields. Nice. Check out this house. Can't come in. Spooky. Okay, yeah, that's always super scary with the gacha phone games. Because some of them handle accounts really weirdly. It's very scary. Some of them still haven't fixed the bad accounts, like Puzzles and Dragons. It still has a thing where, like, if you delete the game, you will lose your account. Like, it still warns me about that, even though I want to delete it, but I don't want to lose, like, the limited time characters I have, so... It's really annoying, actually. As long as you got the boy. Hold up. Please don't hit. Oh jeez. Oh jeez, I needed a screenshot piece. Stats. It was 4/20/16. I'll just heal him without using his PP and we'll get the screenshot. I need to stop closing snipping tool because it takes too long to load. 1 in 4 for Paula. His HP went up. I can't get the 4/20/69 screenshot, no. It's okay. I keep the VODs, so we'll be able to. No, we still have it. Perfection. I'm gonna use my add everyone powers in the Discord server. I am so immature, but it's... Jeez. Okay, let's move on. Who's this? Just a ghost. We ain't afraid of no ghosts. The ghost? We're afraid of the ghosts. That's pretty spooky, I'll give them that. It's chill. Everything's fine. Everything's nice. I really like that GIF that you put in, that you responded to. That's a good one. Oh, you know what? A good idea would be to use that just in case. Okay, we must get rid of the 60. It's a funny one. I haven't seen that before. I like the energy behind that game. I don't think I need to go as all out, because I do when there's also a star spamming boy. $79. 70. What is this? Oh, it's just you. that this might be dangerous. It's dangerous. It flashes Spile, it knows what it just did. Okay. No line there from good old liar. There's something shiny that you can reach. I'm gonna try and get it. This nest got the meteorite piece. We have the space. I don't know if you... Oh, yep, there it is. This might be enough. So, I said continue there, but this is where I'm going to stop things for today. It's been a good one. Can kind of make nesting into the void. It's fun. And hopefully things work out tomorrow. Yeah, because tomorrow will be the final stream. So, it's gonna be a time. Alright, I'll see ya then. Bye.